Hey guys, Simon here from Top Tennis Training and welcome to episode number 5 of The Lab. This is where you send us your videos and we analyze your strokes. So in today's episode we're taking a look at the serve of Nenad. Hopefully I've pronounced your name correctly. Now it doesn't mention what he's struggling with on his serve, but let's take a look at the video and see if we can help him out. Now the first thing that I notice when I see Nenad serve is the ball toss is quite high. Now what this does is the higher you throw the ball, the faster it's traveling down when you try to make contact. So if you're trying to hit something that's traveling at 60 miles per hour, it's so much harder than if you're trying to hit something that's either stationary or traveling at 10 miles per hour if you throw it only a little bit higher than the contact point. So let's take a look at that out on the court. Now on Nenad's serve, there's a few issues that I see right away that really are holding him back from having that consistent good serve. Now he looks to be quite a tall player, he looks around 6'3", 6'4" at least. So with his height, he should be bombing them down on that serve. Now the first thing that I notice is that he has quite a high ball toss. Now this does two things really. The higher you throw the ball, the faster the ball is going to be traveling when you try to make contact. So if I throw the ball really high, by the time it comes down to my contact level, it might be traveling at 50 or 60 miles per hour. If I throw it just around the height of the contact, it's going to either have that pause, so the ball's going to be going up, has a pause, and then it's coming down. If I can get it close to that pause, the ball isn't traveling at all if I hit it at the highest spot, or if it is traveling, it's traveling really slowly, so it's easy for me to hit that ball consistently over and over again. Now the other thing this does is the faster you toss the ball with this left hand, if you're a right-handed player, the faster you go up, the ball toss is going to be inconsistent. It's going to go sometimes in front, sometimes to your right, sometimes to your left, sometimes behind you. If I lower that ball toss and I think about placing the ball as opposed to tossing it too high, I can really throw it in the same spot over and over again, and this is what I want to feel when I'm heading into a match. That I have a consistent ball toss and I don't have to worry about it moving around, especially in the wind. Now when I throw the ball really high, it's hard for me to time that contact point, and this is what I see on Nenad's serve, and this is something that really affects the quality of the strike over and over again. So it's something that if you can lower that ball toss and get it to around the point of contact, that will be a huge improvement on your serve instantly. So what I mean is, if I throw the ball too high, it's really hard to time the contact point. I have quite a long gap between the toss and the hit, so it ends up being like this: toss, hit, and that ball is traveling with quite a lot of speed by the time it hits my racket. Now what I want to feel is that toss hit being much faster, and I want to feel that I'm hitting around the highest spot on the ball toss. So toss, hit. Now that was quite low, but I still managed to get quite a nice serve even out of that low ball toss. So once again, that toss and hit has to be more in sync and a little bit faster. Toss, hit. Now if I can time that well, I know I'm going to hit a pretty good serve consistently. Now after you toss the ball, you want to have that left hand up and you want to keep that balance with that left hand. So let's take a look at that out on the court as well. So really when you see the pros, they'll toss that ball and that left hand is staying stretched up, and this is the balancer for the upper body with everything going on down here with the legs, the leg drive. You don't want to feel that you're slopping down. Now if my left hand drops, everything starts to drop in the upper body. So my left hand really has to stay up for as long as possible until the last second just before I make contact. So the left hand's going to stay up, I'm going to be holding it, and then it's going to start pulling away from the contact point. So this left hand's going up, it's holding, and this is what's keeping my left shoulder higher than my right shoulder when I am in that trophy position. So I want to feel that this left shoulder and this left hand is up, and then as I go up to the contact, this starts to pull away, which then does that shoulder over shoulder rotation, and it opens up the shoulders forwards towards the court. Now if this left hand drops too early, my left shoulder will drop and this will come up too early, everything will go out of sync and I'll lose a lot of power. Now one of the drills that I like to do when someone is dropping that left hand is to do the ball toss drill, which is where you toss the ball and you let the ball bounce 2 times while maintaining that left hand being up. So I'm tossing the ball, I'm holding that left hand here, 1, 2 bounces, and then I can pick it up. So I'm only focusing on that left hand staying up, and I'm getting into the habit of just keeping that left hand up for as long as possible. So once again, I'm tossing that ball, reaching the power position, 1, 2, and I'm maintaining that form on the left hand, maintaining that staying up. Now the next thing I notice on the serve is his wrist position when he's in that power position, the back position. Now the other big thing that I notice in the back position is the position of Nenad's wrist and forearm. His racket is ending up like so it's almost quite sloppy. Now he starts off here and he drops it like almost like a Sampras, and he's lifting it up like so. So he's reaching this position, his elbow's quite high. What I would do is get this elbow slightly lower down, so you want more of a shoulder over shoulder motion in that power position. You want to feel that this left shoulder is higher than the right shoulder like so. And the biggest servers, it's been shown that the biggest servers in the world, they will have, instead of a level shoulder like this, their shoulders will end up, one's pointing up to about 1 o'clock and one's pointing down to about 7 o'clock. So the more you can get that shoulder tilt in that position, the more you stretch the side muscles in on the left side of your body if you're a right-handed player, and the more you can then contract them prior to contact. So this is really important. So I'd get that right elbow slightly lower, I'd get that back shoulder dropping, and I would get that wrist away from doing this. Now there isn't much to gain from the wrist being in that position. I prefer almost like a neutral position with the wrist, so something like this. I don't like when players are like this either, so I don't go one extreme or the other extreme. I go somewhere in between where it's relaxed. But I feel that prior to contact, I want to have that wrist slightly laid back, so I want that same kind of position when I reach that trophy position on the serve. So I'd get rid of that lag with the wrist being like so. I'd get it more in a neutral position, something that you would throw a ball from. So if I was going to throw a ball, I probably wouldn't have my wrist laid back like so. I'd have it like this, and when I throw that ball, when I let go, I want to feel that my wrist and forearm is in a neutral position for maximum power. So thanks for watching the video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you have, please click that like button. Also share this video with anyone who you think might benefit from watching this video. All the best, guys, and see you soon.
Now if you want to improve your serve, whether it's placement, whether it's power, whether it's the technique or the movement of the serve, we've got a course especially for you. It's free, so click here and join us now, and we'll see you inside on lesson number 1.
And if you're watching on a mobile, click the link under this video. That will take you to a page. All you have to do is enter your email and we'll send you video number 1 right away.